My name is Isaac Cohen, and I'm giving consent to be videoed and interviewed for this interview.
All right. So Zach, I would like to learn about your experience in gender in the workplace. Can you describe where you work in as much detail as possible to me?
Yeah, so I'm a bartender. I used to work in Miami. Went to school there and bartended all throughout college, and then moved here like 18 months ago to try and get out of my comfort zone and try something new.
Oh, can you describe a typical day and like what activities do you do?
So I get to work usually around 5 o'clock, and then what happens is I usually start by tapping the kegs and moving everything and getting everything ready, making sure all the alcohol, the hard liquor is on display on the shelf, and putting like ice in machines and stuff.
Yeah, so it's basically just like getting your day ready for
Yeah.
a typical day.
Yep.
Where are we at? Oh, so who are your coworkers and what activities do they do?
So I usually have female coworkers at the bar, like
Yeah.
behind the bar.
Have you seen that usually more towards your work, like as your career as a bartender?
That there's typically more female bartenders. Yeah, I think employers are more willing to hire female bartenders because it attracts more men to the bar.
Okay.
And that makes more money, produces more money for the bar.
Women. Sorry to cut you off right
It's
there.
okay.
But do you think women typically earn more than you in the workplace of a bartender?
So they're not actually paid more by the bar, but they're definitely given more tips on a nightly basis than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like they definitely get treated significantly worse by customers than I do.
In what way?
So although they do get tipped more, they definitely get like harassed and have things said to them that are not appropriate and should not be said to women.
All right. So what activities do men versus women do like in a typical day basis?
So I typically do more heavy lifting things, like I'm going to be going and picking up kegs and moving ice and stuff to just because they're heavier and I don't know. Whereas my women coworkers are usually like going to be making drinks and like cleaning and more preparation. But once the night actually starts, we both pretty much do the same tasks of making drinks and such.
So can you tell me about a time that your own gender or gender of a coworker was an issue to you in the workplace?
I've never personally like been treated poorly because of my gender. But I definitely think that women get treated. I see it on a nightly basis that my women coworkers get treated poorly by men, just because they're women in a working place where men are drinking.
And, are there any advantages for being a male bartender? Anything that comes out of the blue?
Just that I get treated with more respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By just like men in general and like women too.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you see that as like women don't get as much respect as a guy bartender compared to you?
So I think that it's definitely not every guy and every person who walks into the bar because there are good people, but I think a lot of people like see a woman and instantly think, oh, I should hit on them, even though they're at work and like needing to make money and trying to like they're at work, like they're doing their thing. They can't really be like dealing with that.
Yeah. So you said you worked out of Miami, right?
Yeah.
You grew up there too.
Yeah.
So what is like the scene? Like, is there a different scene in Miami versus Boulder since you've been working here?
Oh, it's a completely different scene. So the demographic of people, just in general, is completely different. This is more of a college town, also, so you don't really have that many like big spender kind of people. Whereas in Miami, it's like really flashy and like you'll have guys spend thousands of dollars on drinks and tables on a nightly basis. Whereas here, you maybe have a guy buying a couple beers and for him and his friends.
Yeah.
It's a much like smaller, less flashy environment.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think that's all I have to ask you today. Is there any questions you have for me or anything you want to disclose?
I'm all right. Thank you, though.
Yeah. No worries.